We are in the Islington Academy, and this is the first place we've played with Rotersand in 2004 in England. That was our first UK show. And in that time I was already wondering the good position we played. It was a festival together with Sandwich 23. They have been headliner at that time, and we were on tour with them. And when I realized the running order, I was very much wondering about the good position that we had. and then the concert was very much amazing because we had, like, I think it was one record out.
Yeah.
And the audience, they knew all the titles, and
they were singing along, and that was really surprising.
That was a big surprise to us because we didn't know before what about England. It was the first time playing here, and since then we love to come back.
Okay.
Yes, we have Sir Gunther in the band.
Who's not a sir?
In Germany he is a sir. You have different routes for becoming a sir in England, but in Germany he is a sir, definitely. So Gunther is a really gifted musician. He has the deepest musical education in our band. He plays perfect guitar, he plays piano. Since childhood, he's a very good producer as well. So we're working together since, I don't know, decades, I think, already. And then we have the youth department in Rotersand is Krisha. And he's used to be a techno and house DJ. I know him since decades now as well. He was DJ in a favorite club of mine, so we got to know each other. And when we started Rotersand, it was like 2002. We started, Gunther and I, we started with a few songs. Merging Oceans was one of them, our first single. And then I just asked Christian if he would like to show up on one of our concerts. We did some little shows, we had a demo released. And then Christian came, and then we just asked him if he would be interested to join, because I really saw a modern beats structure would do very well with his first compositions, and then it was like this. Yeah. So the background of all the musicians, of the three of us, the background is quite different. As Gunther is more the pop and classical music guy, and Christian obviously is more the techno electronic guy, and I'm more the 80s electronic body music synthie pop guy. So that's what Rotersand is consisting of. So if one of these gentlemen here would be missing, that would not sound like Rotersand anymore. So we are a community in fate. How do you say that?
Schicksalsgemeinschaft.
Yes, Schicksalsgemeinschaft. Please translate.
I think we better leave this term in German. Sounds best. Schicksalsgemeinschaft. It's something really big.
Yeah. Pathetic.
What inspires you to make music?
Life. Things we sometimes read in the papers. You know, there's so many, sometimes very small stories, sometimes just moments of story. For instance, in First Time is about someone who's changing his life from one minute to the other, and he knows he has to change something, and what he does now will change his life completely. He's going into resistance, and in that case. But other interpretations are possible. But that's a song from our latest album, Random's Resistance. And so in this song we observe the guy in the very moment where he's sitting at home on his sofa, and his heart is pumping faster and faster and faster as he realizes, now I don't have choice. I don't I will be underground. A life without music? No, I think that's not possible for us. I mean, I can just say for myself, I've always music in my head. And I always admire other musicians. There's always someone you admire and you're crazy about. So I just hear something and then, that gives the sparkle and then you immediately have to start something with it. So. One of my idols, Bauhaus, Peter Murphy is one of my very big idols, for instance. And for me it's a lot of 80s music stuff.
It's like literally it reaches from ABBA to Zappa. It's everything. And there's in every genre you have people that have something to say musically and that make a statement. And I adore these people. I don't have an idol, like one main person that I'm trying to follow.
I actually don't have idols in persons too, but I come from a techno-ish background, so there's not that much about the persons or the persons creating a constant amount of music or something like that. It's more about a certain style with a kind of stuff I'm bound to, whatever. I guess the UK and the Netherlands are the most ravish people.
Yeah,
you have ever seen?
Yes. They're stronger ravers, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
And the dance scene,
yes.
like a goth scene.
Yes.
In Germany there's still a very gothy feeling from time to time in the club.
And
not over here.
And the good thing about the Dutch and the British, also with the Americans, they understand our lyrics. That's great.
Yeah.
And in Germany, I don't think that the majority of people care for our lyrics. For us, it's really important, and I think it's a big difference to some other German bands, at least, to say so.
Yeah, Germany is still very image related.
Yeah.
So it's not about the lyrics or the music.
Yeah.
Obviously it is a bit too, but it's the strong thing of imaging behind it.
Yes. You can see it in the magazines also. Well, it seems to be that eyeliner is more important than the score.
Yeah.
Eyeliner rules score.
Yeah.
For sure, we make statements about the world, but we are in the more see ourselves more in the field of art than in the field of politics.
Yeah,
so we reflect what we're doing, but we hate. I mean, with the last album, Random's Resistance, we had a kind of political or social issue, which is now in 1 year later on front page of all the magazines. And so for us it's not important anymore, but that time it was important. And then we have been invited to interviews for really more political magazines or political statements, and that's something we are not politicians at all.
So it's sort of your own personal politics rather than like.
It depends on where you draw the line.
Yeah.
What is the where does politics end and private life start? It's all the same. It's just a label. And sometimes you get the impression that people that call themselves political are non-political because they just make up things. They're about image again, and they're about surface and not about content.
I'm very much into Underworld, I must say. The Underworld release, that's
surprisingly good.
That's great.
Actually.
But one, I have it great.
Oh, they're single. I love Whale a Swimming Pool. I don't know if you heard of them.
No.
No, the singers just killed himself this year. That's a pity. But it's
So
a
that
band.
must be good music.
Yeah, it was. It was not as good as Radiohead, but you would think it would be the same kind of.
Okay.
That was very good.
Yeah.
I guess the latest Dead Mouse release is pretty good.
Yeah. That's
Because
nice.
it's unbelievably efficient.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Nice
There were a couple of more. I love the Young Gods.
Yeah, yeah. I like the soundtracks of Twilight. Can I say that?
Cut out the soundtrack.
But there, I mean, a lot of good bands have contributed nicely, like Tom York, Radiohead, again the song, and the Muse, and editors, you know, all especially just for this compilation. So I really like it at home. I listen a lot. One should reflect a little bit more what you make public about yourself. I mean, it's not easy to hide something anyway, but what we give in information for free. In the 80s, people have gone to prison because they rejected to give some personal information to microsensors and to Volkszählung. You have to translate that. You know, we had in Germany we had a big Volkszählung in the 80s, and it was very basic questions. You know, you would laugh about that these days. And now, you know, as we are used to, you know, release so many personal things and data in the wrong hands, in a non-democratic system, in the wrong hands. That's we say it's a bit the nuclear weapons of the information age. What you have there. I mean, all this information about people and then dictatorship. I mean, that's a perfect gift, you know, for all the oppressive systems and the companies. Again, you know, you can get mad about these people. They are not friends. That's the message. The basic message is Apple is not friend. Google is not friend. Facebook is not friend. They are not your friends. It seems to be also cool. You know, we use it as well. You know, but they are not friends. That's the only thing we can say.
We didn't use our MySpace whatever for roughly a year now.
Yeah.
Because MySpace became really like
Is it that already
very
MySpace? Or?
spamming thing, and I guess even the politics of MySpace are changing towards more like a content-driven portal than a social network. So in the end, MySpace was full of everyone advertising everything.
Yeah.
I don't see the point for inviting either me as person or Rotersand as band to whatever hip-hop party in Omaha, Nebraska. That doesn't make sense. So, but there was no way to filter it.
Why not? Why not, Christian? Why doesn't it make it sense?
Because my professor says I'm a German citizen, usually with residence in Gelsenkirchen.
Yes.
Well, maybe by chance it would make sense if I would be there or something. But this is just too much information. We don't have the time. If people take the time to filter all that, I'm sorry for the boringness in their life or whatever they can do. I guess even watching TV is more has the risk of getting education or something out of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a safe trip home. Thank you very much for showing up and visiting us. Thank you very much. And give a big hands to the other bands. And to the organizers of that grateful day. And to you yourself, the